Alright, but in the meantime, we'll check our news focus stories. 자, 그러면 첫 번째 news focus 살펴보겠습니다. 도널드 트럼프 미국 대통령이 민주당의 유색 여성 의원 4명에게 트윗 공격을 가한 일을 계기로 미국 사회의 오래된 인종차별의 실상이 드러나고 있다는 얘기가 나오고 있습니다. 유명 인사들은 물론 평범한 시민들까지도 자신이 겪은 소위 go back 경험담을 소셜미디어 등을 통해 너도 나도 공개하고 나선 건데요. Let's listen to the story.
U.S. President Donald Trump's now nefarious remarks suggesting that certain members of the U.S. Congress go back to the crime-infested places from which they came have seemingly stoked the long smoldering fires of racism in the U.S. In response, thousands of people have taken to sharing their own accounts with the highly charged language. Beyond that, some analysts feel that the president's remarks were intended to sow divisions in the Democratic Party and perhaps even in society itself.
네, 뉴욕타임즈는요, 트럼프 대통령의 트윗 파문이 불거진 후 독자들에게 나도 이런 경험담이 있다라는 그런 요청이 무려 4,800여 건이나 됐다고 합니다. Thousands of people wrote in just to the New York Times alone.
Yes, literally
saying,
thousands.
I have similar experiences. 자, the US president and his now nefarious remarks suggesting that certain members of the US Congress should go back to the crime-infested places from which they came have stoked the long smoldering fires of racism in America.
Yeah, a couple of words I think we can look at in that very long opening passage. The first perhaps would be infested.
Okay.
I-N-F-E-S-T-E-D, infested. Now, when we use that word infested, we're talking about something bad. In this case, crime.
Yep.
It could also be bugs, insects,
I think
rats,
of insects when
very
I
bad things, yes. When they are present, when they are located in an area in very big numbers, and they sort of cause damage because of their size, of their numbers, that's when we say a place is infested. So a real-life example, I believe South Korea, many of the trees and forests in South Korea were infested by Chinese wood beetles a couple of years ago.
Okay. 네. 보통 이제 infested 그러면은 뭐 곤충이나 벌레를 저는 많이 떠올리거든요. 그래서 뭔가 이제 득실되다라는 뜻이 있습니다. 근데 여기서는 crime을 꾸며주는 말이에요. 그래서 범죄가 아주 뭐 만연한, 아주 많이 득실되는 그런 너희 나라로 돌아가라. 이런 비슷한 얘기를 했죠. And that has stoked the fires of racism in America.
Yes, and that is the word here, stoked. It's not stroked with an R, but stoked. And stoked literally means it's something we do to a fire. If we're burning a fire and that fire is starting to get a little bit weak, but we want to keep it strong, we sometimes will take a stick and move the fire around. We might put more wood or whatever fuel we're burning onto the fire. It's basically meant to keep that fire burning in a literal sense. In a more figurative sense, it's a very similar meaning. We stoke something such as feelings or emotions to make them stronger or more intense, like the fire.
네. stoke하고 fire가 같이 붙게 되면은요, 연료를 더 넣어서 불을 떼다라는 뜻이에요. 어떤 감정에 대한 얘기를 할 때는 그 감정을 부추기다라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 그래서 미국에 있는 어떤 인종차별적인 분위기를 더 많이 부추기는 그런 트윗이었다라는 뜻이죠.
And in a very casual meaning, among certain groups of society, usually younger, kind of surfer-type males, when they're very excited, they'll say, I'm stoked.
아, 이거는 전혀 다른 의미이긴 하지만, 나 진짜 신나! 라는 의미로 젊은 친구들이 많이 쓴다고요?
Yeah, sure.
저도 젊은데 저는 이런 표현 잘 안 씁니다.
If a child might be going on a field trip, they might say, I'm really stoked to go on this field trip.
맞아요. 그냥 I'm excited 이런 말 잘 안 쓰잖아요, 어린이들은. 그냥
sure.
I'm stoked 이렇게 얘기를 할 수도 있군요. In response, thousands of people have taken to sharing their own accounts with the highly charged language.
Yeah, that phrase, highly charged, well, when something is highly charged, it's extremely tense. tense and emotional. It's likely to make people have very strong reactions. Highly charged is usually used to describe some events, but it can also certainly in this case describe language.
말 그대로 해석할 수 있을 것 같아요. 고강도의 그다음에 뒤에서 나오는 language는 언어가 아니라 여기서 말하는 것은 사실 그 go back라는 phrase를
his phrasing,
지칭
wording, vocabulary. Yes.
맞아요. 그 어떤 표현들을 지칭합니다. 그래서 이런 아주 팽팽한 긴장감이 돌게 하는 고강도의 그런 말들이란 뜻으로 볼 수 있을 것 같아요. And of course, beyond that, some analysts feel that the president's remarks were intended to sow divisions in the Democratic Party.
Yeah, that word S-O-W, sow, it literally means to plant seeds in the ground.
Yeah.
So every spring, farmers have to sow seeds in order to grow their crops. But we also talk about things about sowing doubt or sowing division, and that is similar in concept. It's placing that idea into someone's mind or into the public attitude.
네, 조금은 시적인 표현인 것 같아요. sow는 뭐 이렇게 심다라는 농업에서 나오는 표현입니다. 근데 뒤에 나오는 division은 분열이죠. 그래서 분열을 조장하다 라는 뜻으로 심다가 여기서 쓰였고요. 그런 것을 좀 의도적으로 한 게 아니냐라는 얘기가 나오죠.
Can I ask you a quick Korean question?
Sure.
암돼지, is that a female pig?
I don't know actually.
Oh,
I've never heard 암돼지.
Amdeji? Maybe I got that wrong. But
암컷돼지, maybe.
the reason I ask is because in English, there's a special word for a female pig, and that is sow. And that's the same spelling here, S-O-W.
암퇴지라고 하는군요.
Okay,
네,
okay.
감사합니다, 작가님.
And so we talked a few days ago about bow and bow.
그래요.
And this is the similar thing. We
Okay.
have sow and sow.
그래서 암퇴지를 영어로는 sow라고
Yeah.
한다는군요. 다시 들어보겠습니다.
U.S. President Donald Trump's now nefarious remarks suggesting that certain members of the U.S. Congress go back to the crime-infested places from which they came have seemingly stoked the long smoldering fires of racism in the U.S. In response, thousands of people have taken to sharing their own accounts with the highly charged language. Beyond that, some analysts feel that the president's remarks were intended to sow divisions in the Democratic Party and perhaps even in society itself.
자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 일본에서 오는 21일 실시되는 참의원 선거를 앞두고 투표자가 투표용지에 직접 후보자의 이름을 쓰는 자필 기술식 투표 방식에 대해 비판 여론이 일고 있습니다. 직접 이름을 써야 하는 만큼 잘못 표기하는 경우가 참 많다고 하는데요. 무효표를 양산하는 주범이라는 목소리가 커지고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
In the run-up to elections in Japan, public criticism there is mounting over that country's unique method of completing ballots. Japan requires voters themselves to write the names of candidates directly on ballots. Many say that such a method is the main culprit behind the nullification of votes, as incorrectly written names lead to spoiled ballots. In addition, the system is said to unfairly favor political dynasties and incumbents, as those names are most familiar to voters.
네, 일본에서는 이렇게 직접 이름을 써야 하는 그런 투표 방식이 있다고 해요. 지금 보이는 라디오로 투표용지의 예시를 하나 보여드리고 있습니다. 이런 식으로 직접 이름을 써야 하는데 사실은 일본 정치인들 사이에서는 자신의 이름을 어려운 한자가 아니라 쓰기 쉬운 일본 문자인 가나로 표시하는 사례가 적지 않다고 합니다. 그 독특한 투표 방식에 맞춰서 유권자들이 나를 뽑기 위해서는 내 이름을 좀 쉽게 쓰자라는 그런 움직임이라고도 하죠. 그런데 비판의 목소리가 참 많습니다. In the run-up, 자 이거를 가나로 쓰는 게 비판하는 게 아니고요. 이 투표 방식에 대한 비판입니다. 네. In the run-up to elections in Japan, public criticism there is mounting over this unique method of completing ballots.
Right, so very key to this story is that word ballot, in the plural, ballots with an S. And a ballot is simply a piece of paper on which you indicate your choice or your opinion in any type of vote. So when you go into that voting booth, there's usually a piece of paper and you somehow mark it In Korea, I think we just put the stamp
맞아요.
on it.
도장 찍잖아요.
In Japan, they apparently have to write the name themselves, but in either case, that piece of paper or whatever it is known as a ballot.
네, 투표용지를 이제 ballot라고 합니다. 이렇게 우리는 그 동그란 도장을 찍죠. 그 준비된 도장을.
As a
선생님도
permanent,
해보셨어요?
yes, as a permanent
그래요?
resident of Korea, I
아.
can vote in local elections, not
see.
in national elections.
네, 근데 일본에서는 그게 아니고요. 직접 후보의 이름을 써야 되는 거예요. Japan requires voters themselves to write the names of candidates directly on the ballots.
Yes, of course. Well, you mentioned hubo, and I think that's
Yeah.
the Korean word for
Yeah.
candidate. A candidate is someone who is being considered for a position. That could be a political position. It could be a job position. It could be a board position. Any kind of position for which a person is being considered, that person is a candidate.
And because of this very difficult way of completing the ballots, many say that it's the main culprit behind the nullification of votes.
Yes, nullification. Well, nullification is the act of canceling something.
Yep.
The more common root word here is nullify. And when you nullify something, it's usually used in legal decisions. You are officially and legally declaring that it is not valid.
네, 무효라는 뜻이죠. 그래서 조금이라도 잘못 쓰게 되면은 특히나 제가 뭐 일어를 모르지만 이렇게 한자나 아니면은 일본식 표기 방식에서 뭐 획 하나에 따라서 틀릴 수가 있을 것으로 제가 보는데요. 그것으로 인해서 무효표가 나올 수 있다라는 얘기가 되겠습니다. Alright, well let's listen to this story one more time.
In the run-up to elections in Japan, public criticism there is mounting over that country's unique method of completing ballots. Japan requires voters themselves to write the names of candidates directly on ballots. Many say that such a method is the main culprit behind the nullification of votes, as incorrectly written names lead to spoiled ballots. In addition, the system is said to unfairly favor political dynasties and incumbents, as those names are most familiar to voters.
Let's remind our listeners of the quiz now.
Our quiz today asks this question. A trip where visitors visit special locations and is also a learning experience is known as what type of trip? Would that be number 1, a field trip, or number 2, a running trip?
네, 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주세요. It would be quite tiring if you were running all the time on one of these trips.
It would be, and it's a little bit dangerous if you trip while you're running.
That's true as well. 네, 그래서 1부에서는 추첨을 통해 총 5분께 비타민 C 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 또 우리가 에코백도 10분께 보내드릴 거니까요. 사연 계속해서 보내주세요. 노래 듣고 와서 세 번째 뉴스 포커스 보겠습니다. This is Take That with New Day. 자, 다음 뉴스 포커스 들어가기 전에요. 조금 전에 들어온 소식입니다. 2019년 7월 18일 8시 20분 제주도 산지, 제주도 동부 지역에 호우경보가 발효됐습니다. 집중호우 시 인명피해가 많이 발생하고 있는 물에 잠긴 도로나 소규모 교량은 접근을 금하여 주시고 불필요한 외출은 자제하시기 바랍니다. 산사태나 상습 침수, 축대 붕괴 등 재해 위험 지역 주변과 해안 저지대 주민은요, 관계자의 지시에 따라 사전에 안전한 곳으로 대피하시기 바랍니다. 보행 중 가로등, 신호등 및 옥외 광고판, 맨홀 뚜껑 주변은 감전 위험이 있으므로 접근하지 마시기 바랍니다. 산간 계곡과 하천변, 유원지, 휴양림 등에서 야영 중인 행락객과 낚시객은 안전지대로 대피하시기 바랍니다. 이상 행정안전부에서 알려드렸습니다. 자, 그러면 세 번째 뉴스 포커스로 돌아와서 볼게요. 태국 소식입니다. 태국에서는 양복이나 제복 대신 각 지역 전통 의상을 입고 의사당에 출석하고 지역 방언을 회의장에서 사용할 수 있게 하자는 주장이 나오면서 갑론을박이 벌어지고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Thailand's Future Forward Party has recently unleashed a firestorm of criticism after putting forward a proposal to allow lawmakers there to speak regional dialects in the chamber. The party has also been in the spotlight for attending a parliament session wearing traditional garments. a move it says is designed to emphasize the country's diversity. In both cases, public reaction has been mixed, with some in favor of the moves and others opposed.
각 지역의 전통 의상을 입고 또 각 지역의 방언을 써서 의사당에 출석하자라는 주장에 대해서 찬성론자들은요. 어떤 다양성과 문화 보존의 노력이다. 좋다. 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있고요. 반대론자들은 이게 무슨 패션쇼장이냐라고 하면서 굉장히 비현실적이다라고 얘기를 하고 있습니다. Thailand's Future Forward Party has recently unleashed a firestorm of criticism after putting forward a proposal to allow lawmakers there to speak regional dialects in the chamber.
So we should look at that word firestorm. That is literally one word, fire, F-I-R-E, and storm, S-T-O-R-M, firestorm. Now, it has a couple of meanings. The literal meaning is actually a very strong fire.
Yeah.
And it's if you study fire, it is a very specific type of fire, but we won't get into that level of detail. But it is actually a fire. So anytime there's a big forest fire, sometimes that word will be used to describe it.
So interesting. It's not a storm, it's a fire.
It is a fire, yes. But it does have something to do with the way winds affect the fire. So there is some weather relatedness to it in that literal sense. However, in the more figurative sense, like we see here, it means there's a great deal of something. There's a lot of something. And whatever there is a lot of, it's also very intense.
Right.
So in this case, we're talking about criticism. That means there's a lot of criticism, and it's very intense criticism.
네, 그렇습니다. 그래서 이제 firestorm 하면은 보통 폭풍처럼 번지는 불을 뜻합니다. 그렇지만 이 경우에는 어떤 이제 큰 논란이 되고 있는 것. 이라는 뜻으로 볼 수 있을 것 같고요. The party has also been in the spotlight for attending a parliament session wearing traditional garments.
Yeah, a couple of things that we can look at there. First, in the spotlight. Well, of course, in a literal sense, if any of our listeners have ever been to a musical production or a theatrical play, very often we have a strong light on, one of the main characters who might be delivering some lines or singing an important piece. That main light is known as a spotlight.
Right.
And when we say more generally that someone or something is in the spotlight, we mean they are getting a lot of attention.
네. 그래서 limelight라는 단어로 대체할 수 있을 것 같기도 해요. spotlight 그러면은 아주 강한 조명이죠. 주변은 다 어둡고 여기 딱 한 곳만 비춰주는 그런 조명을 spotlight라고 하는데 여기서도 그렇게 해석을 할 수 있을 것 같습니다. 이 당은 조명을 받고 있다. 주목을 받고 있다. And that's because a lot of people wore traditional garments recently.
That's right. And here the word garment in the singular or garments in the plural with an S simply refers to an item of clothing. And it's a very general term. It's not specific to any type or style of clothing, but it just describes an article or a piece of clothing. Also, if any of our listeners have been to New York in Manhattan, there is the Garment District.
Is that?
Where in the past, I don't know if it still is today, but a lot of garments were made there.
네. 의복이라는 뜻의 garments가 여기서 쓰였습니다. 그러니까 clothes, 옷과 뭐 거의 의미는 같다고 볼 수 있겠지만 조금 다른 뉘앙스 아니면은 뭐 격식 있는 그런 분위기가 좀 나고요. 비슷한 단어로 wardrobe
Yes, indeed.
또 있죠. wardrobe는 원래 옷장인데
Can be that as well.
근데 옷을 뜻하기도 해요.
Yes, indeed. People have a large wardrobe, meaning a lot of clothes, or a small wardrobe, meaning few clothes.
네, 그래서 그 여러 해 전에 was it Madonna or someone who had a wardrobe malfunction?
That was Janet Jackson
Janet
in the
Jackson.
Super Bowl with
맞아.
Justin Timberlake.
그 단어가 굉장히 유명해졌죠. 왜냐하면은 wardrobe 그러면은 이제 옷이라는 뜻이 있다고 방금 말씀드렸잖아요. 근데 그때 좀 옷이 하여튼 뭐 벗겨지는 이상한 일이 있었습니다. 네, 그래서 그거를 우회적으로 자넷 잭슨이 아주 재치 있게 죄송합니다 여러분 제 옷장이 고장났어요. 이렇게 표현을 해가지고 굉장히 유명해진 네, 유명해진 표현이 생각이 나네요. All right, and public reaction has been mixed.
It has. When we talk about reaction being mixed, we mean that it's been diverse. So mixed in this case doesn't mean like shaken or stirred. It means kind of balanced. There's been some people in favor of it. There's been some people against it. The reaction has been diverse. There's not one main, good side or one main bad side.
네, 그래서 public reaction 여론이 is mixed라고 했기 때문에 이렇게 나눠져 있다. 역시나 갑론을박이 벌어지고 있다라고 볼 수 있겠네요. Let's listen to this story one more time.
Thailand's Future Forward Party has recently unleashed a firestorm of criticism after putting forward a proposal to allow lawmakers there to speak regional dialects in the chamber. The party has also been in the spotlight for attending a parliament session wearing traditional garments, a move it says is designed to emphasize the country's diversity. In both cases, public reaction has been mixed, with some in favor of the moves and others opposed.
네. 저는 사실 이 뉴스 준비를 하면서 우리나라에서 만약에 어떤 국회라든지 이런 공식적인 자리에서 각 지역의 방언을 의원들이 쓰시면은 어떤 모습일까 상상을 한번 해봤어요.
It'd be an interesting scene.
It would be indeed. Well, our quiz today was about a particular trip. What trip was it?
Yes, be careful. Don't trip when you're taking a trip. The answer today was number 1, a field trip.
네, 그렇습니다. field trip 그러면은요, 이제 현장 학습, 견학 여행이라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. Congratulations, 박동혁님, 김상권님, 서형택님, 8049님, 그리고 끝번호 7245 쓰시는 분 모두 축하드립니다. 비타민 C 세트 보내드릴게요. 자, 오늘의 표현 그럼 살펴보겠습니다.
Well, let's take a quick look at the word stoked.
Oh, okay.
If any of our listeners ever go camping and their fire starts to die down, we can say, I think we need to stoke the fire. Stoke, of course, is something we often hear in news stories about how emotions will be intensified. And sometimes young people will say, when they're very excited, I'm stoked.
완전 신나라는 뜻의 I'm stoked라는 표현 쓸 수 있고요. 원래 의미는 불을 지피다, 뭘 부추기다라는 뜻입니다. All right. Well, I hope everyone's stoked this morning. We have a lot coming up in the second hour, but sadly, we're going to have to say goodbye to 선생님 for now.
Well, I'll be back in 23 short hours to see you again tomorrow.
네, 좋습니다. Thank you so much, 선생님.
Always a pleasure.
Coming up in hour 2, we have Morning Special and Easy Writing's 영작 극장, and we also have our movie segment with Mike. Oh, and of course we have more winners to announce in the first hour. 10분 에코백 받으실 분도 지금 발표하겠습니다. 이선희님, 김보정님, 이령경님, 장혜정님, 이현정님, 연기은님, 봄나들이라는 아이디 쓰시는 분과 설옥경님, 양들의 메밀묵, 그리고 조미행님 모두 축하드립니다. 모스 에코백 보내드릴게요. I'll be right back in hour 2 after we listen to Bebe Gilberto with So Nice Summer Samba.